So we're going to do a meditation that works with the tension that we can hold in our body sometimes. And especially at the moment, I think a lot of people are feeling this tension, this worry that we kind of contain in our bodies. And when we physically contain it here, we also contain it in the mind, and vice versa. When we contain that worry in the mind, it transports down to the body as well. So the principle that we're going to take on this meditation is that we actually kind of constrict into that. We acknowledge it, we notice it, and then with the breath we start to release it. So it's really important you get nice and comfortable with your seat, and the spine is nice and tall, because this really does help with our mindset as well. When we kind of slouch and the head comes down, it can make us feel down in our mood as well. So you can put cushions behind you, make sure the feet are nice and grounded on the floor. So always pause here if you need to get a really nice comfortable seat. And then when you're ready, just placing the hands on your lap and gently start to close the eyes. Without changing the breath too much, so not deepening it, not trying to change its pace, just start to notice it. Notice if you're carrying any of this stress around the jaw, the eyes, even to the middle of the brain. It may feel really heavy and foggy. And in yoga, we don't judge ourselves for what's going on. We simply notice it. Because once we notice it, we can work with it, we can look after those areas. Notice if your shoulders feel tense, if they've rolled forward or come up towards the ears. Notice if the hips feel really tight. And notice any sensations going on within the body. So any internal flutterings, or just maybe feeling unbalanced or unsettled. Maybe today you're not, maybe you're feeling really good, and that's great. Acknowledging that too. We'll feel different every day. In fact, we'll feel different every hour. So it's good to notice. And now gently start to deepen the breath. So we're going to come into a centering breath. And a centering breath is one lovely long deep inhale and a slow long exhale. And return the breath back to normal for a couple of minutes, or just a couple of breaths. And whenever you feel ready to take that next deep inhale, the centering breath, take the inhale. And the really slow, long, deep exhale. And return the breath back to its normal pattern for maybe 3 breaths, 5 breaths. Maybe you need it for longer. You'll know when you need to take that next deep centering breath. So keep working with that. And then I want you to notice any areas that you're feeling, any tightness, any tension within the body. And we're actually going to constrict into it a little bit more. We're going to acknowledge it, we're really going to feel into it, and that actually helps us to release it a little bit. So I want you to start with your hands, just keeping the hands on your lap. You're gently going to curl your hands in and give them a little bit of a squeeze if this feels okay, on knuckles, on fingers. And then maybe draw the arms into the side and tense up the shoulders a little bit, taking them up towards the ears. Maybe we curl it in a little bit and we start to clench the glute muscles, so the buttocks and the thighs and the legs and the feet, So we start this constriction throughout the whole of the body, and then we look towards the face and the head, so maybe the eyes, we kind of screw them in towards each other, and the mouth and the jaw. So we feel into this, we acknowledge this tension that is built up in our body. We don't try and hide from it, but we're going to try to work to release it. So you might feel the breath becomes a bit more staggered here as well, not as easy to breathe, but feel into that. And then when you're ready, we're going to gently start to release it. So we start to take a bigger inhale. And now exhale, start to release. The shoulders come away from the ears, the hands uncurl, the fingers, the toes, the legs, the buttocks, the glute muscles, the abdomen, the whole of the eyes and the forehead, the jaw, the chest softens. And we start to feel that gentle release. Coming back to your centering breath as much as you need to, so keep your focus on this. The inhale lifts up the body, and the exhale really releases, so you can even sigh it out of the mouth. If you feel you get more physical release from that, more mental shift of the fogginess being released from the head or the worry. Keep the chin tucked in ever so slightly in the back of the neck long. And at any time you feel this tension building up within the body, again in that area, maybe constrict into it and then maybe release it again. We may need to do this several times, so play around with that. If you'd like to, just for the last minute, you can repeat it like a mantra. And every time you inhale, you can say the words, I feel calm. Every time you exhale, I release tension. Inhale, I feel calm. Exhale, I release tension. Just taking your focus there. Anytime the mind wanders, which is perfectly normal, it will do, notice, bring it back to those words. I feel calm. I release tension. Really taking that inhale and the word as if it was going right to the centre of the brain, the mind, letting it all relax. Every time you exhale and you say the words, I release tension, do just that. Give your body and your mind full permission to just release and relax. One more long deep breath here. Lovely exhale to release. And then bringing the palms together and resting them in front of your heart. And just smiling. This really sweet smile on your face. And then whenever you're ready, gently opening the eyes. Namaste, everybody.